for Oonagh and I and anyone who was bopping in the 90s and the early 90s, this takes us right back there. Was that the vibe you were going for, old school?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just kind of like it's the music that I'm into, it's the music that I listen to, it's clearly the music that I kind of write or whatever. So yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, it's just a really kind of uplifting, kind of hopeful track. There's a sadness to it as well, and it's definitely in that in terms of the lyrics that Make has written for the track as well. So I like that kind of duality in music as well, and I like that kind of lots of different emotions running through it. So yeah.
Now, Elaine, you have made this unbelievable track, but you decided not to sing on it yourself. Instead, you enlisted the help of May. How did all that come about?
Yeah, so I was writing the track and I was super happy with how it was sounding and everything. And I have sang on loads of stuff that I've done previously, but this one just wasn't really. I just wasn't really feeling it. Like, so I wanted to try something different, and I love collaborating with people, and kind of just getting different people's interpretations onto your tracks, and then just the buzz that you get from working with someone else. And Make is someone that I've known for years now through the Galaxy and kind of performing with them at shows and stuff. So as you know, she's incredible, so talented, an amazing front woman and writer, and lyricist as well. So I sent her this track and she sent me back pretty much what you hear now. I was like, unbelievable, don't change any of it, do exactly what you did, love it. Like, so it all happened really easily, and to be honest, it's been such a nice thing to work on during lockdown and in the last few months. So yeah, it's just been a great experience.
So, Elaine, we're looking forward to, and I'm sure you're looking forward to getting an album out there. And this song will fit in terms of a theme as to an overall feel of what the album is about. What is it?
So every kind of track on the album that I've been working on is kind of centered around the theme of home and that feeling of belonging. And I think it's an interesting theme because obviously the first thing you think of, I think for most people, is like the place I live or the place I connect with. But actually, I think there's like, that whole kind of story around sense of community and like a club or, hanging out with your friends, or like there's just so many ways that you can interpret that. And so when writing the tracks, I'm trying to kind of focus on a different interpretation of that feeling of home and belonging, and trying to bring that through in the music,
because we're all very tribal and clannish here in Ireland, really, aren't we?
Yep, we definitely are. I think we're missing seeing people right now, so it's a nice kind of thing to focus on and think about.
I want to know what is in the pipeline for 2021. What can we expect?
So the main thing for me is finishing off the album, and getting that out hopefully later in the year, and then looking towards building a new live set and getting back out playing. So like, obviously going to see how things pan out this year, but getting ready for that as well. So working towards live gigs, working towards the album, plenty to keep me busy.
Love
Amazing.
it. Before we say goodbye, Elaine, what is the scene like regardless of what's going on at the moment, but just in general, what is the world you inhabit in terms of your music? What's that scene like?
In terms of?
In terms of the amount of people involved in it, the popularity of it, is it growing? Is it getting smaller? Is it becoming more popular?
Yeah, I mean, I think these things kind of go in waves. I think at the moment, this kind of music is popular for sure. And I think, I think for this track specifically, I think it's kind of reminded people of like going out and that kind of stuff. So I think that's kind of cool. In terms of working on it myself, like it's pretty amazing because I can literally just do it anywhere. If I have a laptop, I can write and kind of get stuff together, which is deadly. So yeah, it's kind of a one-woman show until later in the process, which makes it easier for sure.
iRadio, live life louder.